Marhaba, this is Abdulrahman from the Arabiker. In this video we will be covering two Arabic letters, namely kaaf and laam. Two consonants, ka, ku, ki, and la, lu, li. Before we start, make sure to check the course page on our website to get access to some practice drills and support material. As we said, our topic today is two letters. Kaaf, it's a consonant. In terms of its sound, you need to differentiate between it and the heavy qaaf. The heavy qaaf sounds like qa, qu, qi, but this one is soft. It sounds like ka, ku, ki. Ka, ku, ki, kaaf. Qa, qu, qi, the qaaf. Now, the laam that we have here, it doesn't sound similar to the kaaf at all. It's actually the sound of a la, lu, li. And remember, the Arabic laam is soft. We don't have la, but rather soft, la, lu, li. And as we said in a previous video, the only word that we have an emphatic la sound is the word Allah, which is God in Arabic or in Islam. Now, in terms of how they look and how they are written, the laam looks like a fishing hook, right? However, but it goes down the ruled line with its curved part, while the kaaf almost looks similar maybe somehow, but pay attention that it does not go below the ruled line and it has this little worm in it. However, the kaaf looks dramatically different in its forms and shapes. Let's see them together. This is the kaaf in its standalone position, as we said, little hook, but with this little worm, okay? That looks like a mirrored 2 maybe, or an S in English. Now, in the start position of the kaaf, it looks like this. Pay attention how I will write it. This is how it looks, okay? These are 3 lines with acute angles in them. In the middle position, it looks like this, but connected. Makes sense? The final position looks like the start position, but connected. Now for the laam, this is how it looks. As we said, it's like a fishing hook that goes below the ruled line. In the start position, it looks like this. Okay? You might ask now, isn't that similar to the alif? No. Remember, the alif does not join to the next letter, does not join to the left. The alif is a right winger. It does not connect from here. Remember that a lot of students make mistakes in terms of this. The middle position, the laam connects from both sides, so it will just go like this. We start from the ruled line, going with a stick that is upright, then go down to connect to this next letter. In the final position, it will look like this. This line connects to the previous letter, and again the fishing hook that goes down the ruled line. As always, let's see how these letters would look like by typing them in. The kaaf in the start position, the kaaf in the middle position, and the kaaf in the final position. Let's move on now to the laam. Laam, start position, middle position, final position. Now, before we move into the words, since we have covered the laam now, you need to pay attention how the laam is connected to the alif. There's a specific way how the laam is connected to the alif. Laam, and then comes an alif. This is a very special aspect of Arabic letters in terms of the laam and alif. To an extent on the keyboard, you will find it as a one character, but you can also type it manually. We're focusing now on the laam and then alif. Now, if you have a laam and followed by an alif, there are 2 ways to write them down. Laam, that goes a bit longer, then the alif inclined towards the middle of the laam, almost the middle of the laam. Okay, laam, alif. Now the other way to do it is like this. I know that it's complicated, right? But it's fine. You can stick to this. However, you need to pay attention to both ways of writing them down, the lam alif, because they might occur using one of the fonts that you might see while reading Arabic in a book or whatever. As always, let's see how the lam alif will look like using the font by typing them in. Look, as I told you, there's a button on the keyboard to type this lam alif already together. I will hit the one button now. See how it looked like? It looked like this, right? But also you can type it manually. If I typed a lam, then an alif after it, it will automatically change. By the way, this way that the lam alif looks is dominating in the fonts. So this is what you're expecting to see when it comes to lam alif typed in. Let's move on now to some words using the kaaf and using the lam that we have just learned, in addition to previous letters that we have covered. The first word that we have is kilab. Kilab. Try to write it down before I do. Kilab, which means dogs. See how I write the lam alif here? Lam alif. We will see how it looks when we get to the point where we need to type in these words using the keyboard. Next word that we have is alqab. Alqab. It starts with the hamza. I know that you might be finding this a bit tricky, but when you get used to the hamza, things will progress and things will be better. Alqab, which means titles, nicknames, for example. Next word that we have is julus. Julus. Which means sitting. Sitting. Next word that we have, try to pronounce it. عقول. عقول, meaning minds. Next word that we have is try to pronounce it. Rakik. Rakik, which means one of the synonyms of weak, for example. The last word that we have is try to pronounce it. تعليق. تعليق, which means a comment. Let's see how these words will look like using the font by typing them in. Kilab. See, this font also showed the lam alif in the same way I did. The reason is that the lam is connected to the previous letter. Okay, so get used to both forms, this lam alif and also this lam alif, okay, since it connected to the previous letter. Alqab, julus, uqul, rakik, and lastly ta'liq. That's it for this video, in which we covered both the kaaf, ka, ku, ki, which you need to differentiate between its sound and the heavier qaf, okay? And also we covered the lam, la, lu, li, and also we saw how the lam is connected to the alif in a special way in Arabic. I hope that you found this video useful. Please stay with us until we cover all the Arabic alphabet in the next videos.